I could have $1 for every time I've said that, I wouldn't have to win megabucks. Um, Approval of the manifest.
Well, I just want to introduce Brian.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, we got to do the manifest, so let's do that.
So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Brian Cisneros, who is our new business administrator. There were two finalists. Brian comes to us with a wealth of experience, and we're looking forward to working with him in the upcoming year.
And we're
Manifest.
glad to have you on board. Looking forward to it. And this is a nice board. I can tell you that right now. It is. It's very true. So manifest.
Certified the manifest listed below totaling $3,863,096.53 have been reviewed by me and found to be proper charges against the Kentucky Valley School District for goods and for services received and have been properly processed prior to their submittal to the school board.
Could I have a motion to approve the manifest as read? It's been moved by Alan,
Second.
second by Liz. All those in any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Jim and Catherine do the manifest. They're both away. So when Catherine's away, I did the manifest today. So I subbed, and Jim could do it on the road. So Catherine is fighting rhinos, I guess. Okay, public comments. Do we have our regular visitors? Do we have anybody in the audience that would like to speak to the board? All right, seeing none, we will move to consent agenda. Acceptance of the board meetings of June 20th, 2023. Personnel, resignations and nominations. The superintendent.
So I just want to draw your attention to the SMS parental leave, and that is consistent with the CBA 6.2.7, which said employees shall be entitled to up to one full academic year of unpaid parental leave upon the birth or adoption of a child. Employees may elect to use accrued paid sick leave concurrently with parental leave for the first 12 weeks. Employees shall notify the Director of Human Resources 60 days prior. So all of those things were consistent. I just want you to know that this is not simply FMLA. FMLA we wouldn't really talk about here, but this is above and beyond FMLA. Do you want me to pass this around, or?
Janine?
So, what is this? I didn't see anything about, nominations. Was this in our, board? Like, who are we talking about? Like, okay, great.
Isn't it?
Any other questions for board members? Let's moving on from the consent agenda. July 1 student enrollment.
So, interestingly enough, we're up 30 students, mostly kindergartners. I want to draw your attention to the first and second grade remains at 20 as of today. At FES, that classroom is actually at 22, that third, fourth grade, which is also right at the limit, based on the policy, which was in your packet. FES, yes. No, I'm sorry. At HES, the combined 1-2 remains at 20. Again, we have been anticipating that we'll have enrollments there. So if you're the person that's going to enroll your child, please do so quickly. And then at FES, that third, fourth grade is actually a 22, and that puts it right at the limit of the policy class size guidelines, which are actually should have been in your, which I believe are in your packet. Happy to answer any questions about enrollment. Up 30 students, it's not a bad place to be.
Questions? Let's go to the monthly calendar events, please.
Sure. So, as is consistent, there are no other meetings in July. There is a meeting on the 1st of August and the 15th. Are we going to fill in committee meetings for August? Just looking for direction, and we'll have that for the next meeting if that's the case.
Any committee chairs have meetings? I know Jim's not here, but I'm sure he will definitely have budget and property. Surprised if they don't. Anyone else have a committee meeting? Okay.
On
So,
the 13th?
yes,
So
go ahead.
I think the meeting on the 1st was going to be the board self-evaluation and goal setting. I'm happy to have a policy meeting before that. It's just a lot.
Well, let's see what Jim's going to do.
Okay.
On the budget and property. If he isn't going to have anything on the 15th, then we can put in the policy there. Okay.
We remain having one school board request, and that is for the SRO presentation, which was slated for the last meeting, but unforeseen circumstances moved that to, excuse me, unforeseen circumstances moved that to a later meeting, and so that will take place in August, probably the second meeting in August. Excuse me. I also have, just a quick update on the parking lot. In case you haven't gone by, you're not allowed in there, so you shouldn't have been in there, but that's okay. So between now and July 28th, they should finish filling and grading and compacting the base. They'll set the light poles. They'll do the first coat of asphalt, and they will set the granite curbing. Most likely that will happen the first week in August. But more than anything else, they need it to stop raining. So that's where we are.
I'm going
That's
to
fine.
pass around a card we received from Kelly Parker, who's a staff member, thanking us for what we have done for teachers this year. I'll pass it around. You can read it as it comes to you. Alan, Strategic Organizational Committee Report. You got it. Thank you. Liz and Tom, you were both there. Anything you'd like to add?
I just thought Tasha was excellent and that she had very intentional questions to ask, and I thought it went very well. I was very impressed with her program.
Tom?
Yeah, it was my first time meeting her. I had obviously read the proposal and was impressed with that, and she seemed up for the task and ready to roll, as are we. So, very happy with it.
And I would concur. So absolutely very impressive, very knowledgeable. All right, let's move on to old business. Superintendent. So if I remember correctly, didn't they raise like 60,000? Yeah,
More.
60, very impressive initiative. So if everybody's okay with it, we'll table this until our next board meeting so we can get some more data. Just give me a thumbs up on that if we're okay with that. Okay, yep, so we'll do that.
In the meantime, do you want me to be looking for those dollars?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, I think, see if we can find those and whether we can help them. I think the initiative is so impressive that as a board, it would make sense for us to be supportive because it's more than just the local community that benefits from other kids can be there and play. That I think the handicap access is such a great idea to have. So other people can join in that typically wouldn't be able to, and this is a benefit to everyone. So great, thank you. Hancock Elementary School enrollment, is there?
Okay, so you have the enrollment piece you had the enrollment. The enrollment at Hancock Elementary School remains at 20 at the second grade. At the last meeting, you did give me permission that should it go over 20, that I can right away look for a teacher. It has not gone over 20. While I was away, I checked 2 or 3 times. Didn't go over 20 today. And I would also, again, point out that FES is older students, so it's a higher bar is 22, and they are also right at 22. So certainly something to take into consideration. That's where we are right now. The principal, of course, the new principal is just hitting the ground, so we do want to give her some time to better understand the circumstances.
Any questions? Tom?
Kimberly, it seemed like you indicated before that you still are anticipating that there'll be.
Yes, I was hoping that that would have already happened. Our understanding is that there is going to be additional registrations in both first and second grade. Those have not happened yet. Usually about mid-August is when people start to say, oh yeah, we're going to go back to school. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Any other questions? All right. We're at public comment section again. And I see that we aren't going to have any need for public comments, so we'll move on. William, in front of you is a gift from the vice chair and myself. Those business cards are for you to use when you find it necessary to, someone wants to have a conversation and you would like them to maybe just give you a call or write to you, and maybe the store is not the right place to have it, and you could hand them a card and say, contact me this way. So that's for you. You're very welcome. Yes, they all will receive them. And if we have a new representative coming from another town, we'll make sure that that new representative has them also, and when that happens. Right, could I have a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2? It's been moved. Can I have a second? It's been moved and seconded. Dick? We'll move into non-public.